Hello world, Geriatric Geek here. How in the heck are you? I hope you're doing great. It's going to be another beautiful day here in North Las Vegas. That's right, today is Monday, January 11th, all day long. That's right. Shout out to Joe and Marie. So, hey, yeah, Dollar Tree just keeps on giving. I went over there to get some moon pies the other day. And what do you think? You can see I did buy moon pies. You can see it right up here. But I also bought a whole bunch of DVD Blu-rays that were on the end cap assortment. That means they were the end of December, and I picked up one, looked like Straggler October. That may have been a dupe that I was getting for a family member. So anyway, yeah, I got some more Dollar Tree stuff I want to share with you guys. Real quick, I mean, this is not my usual 30 or 35 of them. I think we got like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, about 20. Anyway, let's get it going. And I'm going to share with you guys what I picked up. Thanks so much for being here. And I do appreciate you stopping by and using your valuable time to check out what the old boy picked up. So here we go. First up, little action fantasy called Asura. I had never seen this one before. It has a nice little slippy dippy on it for a DVD. Anyway, this is Asura, 136 minutes long, 2018, action fantasy. It gets so-so reviews. This is a Chinese film. Basically, it's a winningly over the top. The relentless pace and pungent atmosphere elevate the film. Detective Han, who for years has been secretly doing dirty work for the corrupt mayor Park Sung-bae, is now pressured by a ruthless prosecutor to cooperate in an investigation against the mayor. Feeling trapped, Han persuades his young partner, Sumo, to take over his work for the mayor, but things start to get tangled in unpredictable ways. As things are getting worse, only the most evil survives in this dog-eat-dog world. Back. Little action, I like watching these Chinese films every once in a while. Next up, this one, I've never seen this before, and I'm sure it's been there in Dollar Tree before, but I've never seen it. The Man Who Was Thursday, and 2 bonus movies. The Man Who Was Thursday is 95 minutes long, not rated, 2017, a mystery thriller from Echo Bridge, and it gets mediocre reviews. Basically, it's a film about the Catholic faith and a priest therein and what he has to go through. It's inspired by the G.K. Chesterton novel of the same name. The Man Who Was Thursday is set in the world of Detective Gabriel Syme as he tries to infiltrate the Central Anarchist Council. Detective Syme goes undercover and makes his way into a secret meeting of the anarchists, where over time he gains their trust and becomes Thursday, one of the 7 key figures in the council. Syme soon learns, however, that he is not the only one in disguise, and then the real nightmare begins. Then the bonus movies are Love and Rage and All Things to All Men. If you guys have seen any of these movies, by the way, and have a comment or an opinion about them, feel free to leave your comment below. I would appreciate it. Looks interesting to me. We shall check it out. Next up, a simple title here. His gift could become a curse. Him. 2016. 140, gosh darn, that's a long movie. 140 minutes, gets really good reviews. It's about a boy with the telekinesis ability. Him is a 17-year-old boy trapped in limbo between 2 new homes and families following the divorce of his parents. Like any teenager, he is riding a roller coaster of confused emotions, but his behavior is also triggered by something else. a primal struggle to contain the terrifying secret of a supernatural power inherited from his grandfather. Only his grandmother knows the potential deadly consequences if, amid the turmoil of his fractured family, him uses his gift for anything other than good. This is put out by the BBC, it appears. All right. We shall check it out. Telekinesis. Next up, this is one that has Adam Brody in it and Amanda Crew. I've seen before, and for some reason I couldn't find it in my database, so I picked it up. Isabel, I have not seen it. It's not rated 91 minutes. From 2019, gets so-so reviews. And it's a horror flick. After moving into the perfect New England neighborhood, an all-American couple's dream of starting a family shattered as they descend into the depths of paranoia and must struggle to survive an evil spirit that wants nothing more than their own lives. Another house possessed, is that what it is? We shall see. Let me know down below if you've seen Isabel, what you thought of it. Next up, fast-paced and suspenseful. They're coming for you. A magnet release. The Bloodlands. R-rated, 2015, 83 minutes. I believe this is a Scottish film done in Scotland. Yeah. In Ed and Sarah's first night at their new home, a perfect farmhouse in the country, this should be a new beginning away from their stressful city lives. At first it is, but as darkness falls, Ed and Sarah suspect they're not alone. It suddenly dawns on them they do not belong there, and they're certainly not welcome. It's like the bad guys are wearing pig heads. That's right. The Badlands. Should have known. Should have known something called the Badlands. Hey, another. This is a South Korean film called Master. This is another long one, 143 minutes long, not rated, 2016. Action crime. So it's about a fellow that runs One Network Inc., a company with an extensive network covering Korea. The chief of the Intellectual Crime Investigation Team suspects One Network's involvement in a fraud case of unprecedented scale. Kim tracks down the company's IT architect and brain and attempts to persuade Park to hand over Jin's secret ledger in exchange for a plea bargain. Okay, sounds like a little crime mystery action. You guys can read all of that if you'd like. Master. Nice little slippy dippy also on a Blu-ray. Next up, we got ourselves a little Michael Keaton. That's right. Batman. Blindsided. R-rated, 2013. I can't really read that sucker. It's way too small. Maybe 2012. Anyway, 85 minutes long, drama thriller. This gets pretty good reviews. It's a Canadian film. Shocking thriller from the writer of Lakeview Terrace and Obsessed. Sarah Taylor, a photojournalist blinded in Iraq, is forced to play a deadly game of cat and mouse with Hollander and his brutal accomplice Chad, two men who will stop at nothing to get what they want, and what they want is a fortune in stolen diamonds hidden somewhere in the penthouse. Sarah claims not to know where the diamonds are, but Hollander intends to find out, proving to be a master of psychological and physical torture, utilizing all his nasty tricks in an effort to break Sarah's resistance. As the suspense builds to a shattering climax, Sarah causes a power blackout that plunges the entire penthouse into darkness, Now the advantage is hers, but will it be enough to save her? Premise sounds good. I've never seen or heard of this movie. Let me know if you've seen it. Is it any good? The reviews say it should be good, so we'll find out. We shall find out. Evil never dies. Witchcraft. 185 minutes? God, dog. 185 minutes long. This is a BBC film also. What actually happened to Ezekiel Oliphant? Professor Jamie Mathieson has chosen to base his new film script on Ezekiel Oliphant, a 17th century man deemed the witch-finder of Egbaston, who was hung, drawn, and quartered on charges of treason and witchcraft. Returning to his old university, Jamie seeks help from Professor Alan Oakfield, a man utterly obsessed with the time period. And as disturbing events begin to unfold around the professor, Jamie is left to wonder if this is an obsession or something more sinister. Can't get over how long that sucker is. 2 hours, 20 minutes. Maybe it's a series. I don't know. Let me know down below if this is a series. Maybe, because that's awfully long for one film. Okay, next up, I love these computer kind of related movies. This is inspired by true events, of course. Hacker, R-rated, 96 minutes from 2015. It's a crime thriller, and it gets pretty good reviews from what I've seen. Alex, an immigrant from Ukraine, comes to Canada and becomes involved with an online criminal organization called Dark Web. He learns to rip off credit cards and ATMs and breaks into banks and eventually the stock market. He engages a network of service staff to help collect information and partners with Sai and Kira to sell the merchandise. When his mother is fired from her job at the bank, what had started off as a way for Alex to help his parents financially soon becomes a personal vendetta against the entire banking system. That was pretty good. Let me know if you've seen it. Easy money. Not always. Ashley Benson and Matt McGorry in Ratter. R-rated, 2015, 80 minutes, drama, horror. It gets mediocre reviews from what I've seen. It's about a computer stalker. We're constantly connected through our phones, laptops, and the web every moment of every day. But while we look at our screens, who's looking at us? Meet Emma, a beautiful young grad student who was just moved from the Midwest to New York, excited to be on her own in the big city. But when a stalker hacks into her devices, he destroys Emma's illusions of privacy, and she discovers she's just how fragile our sense of security can be. Psychological thriller. Yay! I like psychological thrillers. Here's that. Not seen this one, so interested. This one I have seen, and I picked this up for a family member, but it is Kiss of the Damned. R-rated, 96 minutes, 2013. The vampire flick. Beautiful vampire, Diuna, tries to resist the advances of a handsome human screenwriter, Paolo, but eventually gives into their passion when her seductive and highly volatile sister, Mimi, unexpectedly comes to visit. She threatens I don't know how you pronounce her name, Juna, new relationship, and whole vampire community becomes endangered. Oh no. Vampire action for the cousin. Next up, one I also have, but I wanted to get this for a family member also. Blackwood, 2015, 90 minutes, not rated. Horror thriller from the BBC. It's a ghost story. Ed Stoppard stars in this spine-tingling thriller where terrifying visions spiral into a deep obsession that plagues college professor Ben Marshall. Having recently recovered from an emotional breakdown, Ben relocates his family to the peaceful countryside of the Blackwood estate where, upon arrival, he is plagued by visions of a murder he is convinced took place in his new home. All is not as it seems in this haunting tale of lies, betrayal, and murder. All right, the Blackwood estate. I think my cousin will like that. Next up, little PBS action. Iceman Reborn, 60 minutes long from 2016. He was stalked, attacked, and left to die alone. Murdered more than 5,000 years ago, Otzi the Iceman is Europe's oldest known natural mummy. Miraculously preserved in glacial ice, that is so cool to me. His remarkably intact remains continue to provide scientists, historians, and archaeologists with groundbreaking discoveries about a crucial time in human history. I wonder how long it is before they extract DNA from finds like this and actually clone one of these folks from 5,000 years ago. I wonder how long. They may already be doing it. Just the way I think. Next up, Clay. 88 minutes, 2016, also a BBC. I have this one already. Have not watched it yet, but I picked it up for a family member. 14-year-old Davy Hagen's life is changed forever by a mysterious outsider, Stephen Rose. In a bizarre ritual, the boys raise a golem, a creature fashioned from clay, capable of dealing with anyone, even the town's bully. Magic? Surely not. Just a product of two fevered imaginations. But then the town bully ends up dead, and Davy has to deal with the awful power they may have unleashed. Like I said, I have this in my pile of to be watched, so can't wait to get into that one. And another one, because one side of my wife's family are from Louisiana. So like I said, I love things set in New Orleans or Louisiana. The Ghost of New Orleans is just one of those. R-rated, 94 minutes from 2010. Washed-up New Orleans police detective Ben Chaney is given one last pointless assignment, the futile stakeout of an unlikely suspect in a series of recent brutal murders. While holed up in a deserted house across from the suspect, Terrence Howard, by the way, Chaney is haunted by the ghost of a beautiful young woman, Corey Little. Now Chaney must face his demons in order to catch a killer and resist the ultimate seduction. Also starring Deborah Ann Wall from True Blood and Bokeem Woodbine from Fargo. There you go. All right. And another ghost story. Ghost Stories, not rated, 98 minutes from 2017. A Wicked Scream debut with an especially nasty and insane last 20 minutes. We shall see. Experience 3 spine-tingling tales. Oh, it's kind of a... okay. Experience 3 spine-tingling tales of terror to haunt your dreams. A debunker of all things paranormal, Professor Goodman, has devoted his life to exposing phony psychics and fraudulent supernatural shenanigans. His skepticism is tested, however, when he receives a case file on 3 chilling and inexplicable incidents. A night watchman, haunted by disturbing visions as he patrols an abandoned asylum. Oh, that'll be fun. An edgy young man involved in a hellish car accident deep in the woods. And a wealthy former banker, Martin Freeman, from Black Panther, visited by the spirit of his unborn child. Even more disturbing is that each of these macabre stories seems to have a sinister connection to Professor Goodman's own life. Will they make a believer of him yet? We don't know. If you've seen this one, let me know down below. Is it any good? Compilation thing going on. Now, I got this one purely for the grandkids when they show up. Ant Boy, Revenge of the Red Fury. Ant Boy. Sounds silly. PG, 90 minutes. Based on the hit books by Kenneth Bay Anderson, Ant Boy returns in this explosive sequel to the original crime-fighting blockbuster movie. Huh, didn't know there was one. Picking up where he left off, Ant Boy finds his world thrust back into danger when a new band of supervillains arise. The Terror Twins, created by the Flea and fueled by his sinister DNA-altering serum, wreak havoc on the city, all while Red Fury, a friend-turned-dangerous foe, attacks Ant Boy and those closest to him in an attempt at revenge. I'm going to have to find the first Ant Boy movie, I think. Anybody seen that? Any good? No. This hat just doesn't fit right now with all this hair I got, guys. Sorry. Next up, little Doctor Who to add to my collection. Doctor Who Deep Breath. 80 minutes long from 2014. Clara is alone in Victorian London with a man she doesn't know, a dinosaur in the Thames, and a spate of deadly spontaneous combustions. The Doctor has changed. It's time you knew him. Who doesn't like a little Doctor Who? Let's jump in that TARDIS and take off. Next up, one I had already, but want to pick up for a family member. Curse of the Phoenix, 92 minutes, 2014. It will make you afraid to ever venture out to sea or even fall in love. Josh's nightmare begins with ghostly visions of beautiful Emily Carson, who haunts the 19th century sailing ship on which he leads historical tours. A daughter of the ship's long-ago owners, Emily killed herself in 1850 after a disastrous romance. Aiming to embellish his tour with her story, Josh digs for facts and finds more horror than he bargained for. Steel your nerves for graveyard revelations, murder most foul in a terrifying race to find the frightful truth before Emily takes fatal possession of Josh and the woman he loves. A paranormal mystery to die for. Creepy picture there. Creepy, looks creepy. Next up, Face Your Demons in Charismata. I've seen other people get this one, but I was never able to find it. So finally picked it up. Not rated, 96 minutes from 2018. And the sticker is right over the description. So anyway, it has two bonus movies, Dark Spirits and Legacy of Evil. Sorry guys, I can't get this sticker off. There we go. That'll do it. A rookie female detective struggling to find acceptance in a police department defined by a culture of bullying and intolerance watches as things go from bad to worse as her chief suspect in a series of brutal ritualistic murders takes a personal interest in her. A game of cat and mouse degrades to the detective's grasp on reality, and as she spirals out of control, this young woman must suddenly fight for her family, her life, maybe even her soul. All right, there you go. You guys have seen this. It's probably not great, but, you know, sounded interesting to me. And my last little bit from Dollar Tree, and hopefully this is it for December's pickups. It's time for a total reboot. Hacked. Not rated, 2015, 87 minutes. After losing his job to a state-of-the-art supercomputer with cutting-edge artificial intelligence capabilities, a disgruntled computer technician decides to put his replacement to the test. Meanwhile, a group of hacker thieves infiltrate the building, intent on stealing the new technology. Amidst the chaos, the supercomputer wakes up and proceeds to lock down the facility with everyone trapped inside. Now, everyone must work together to prevent the artificial intelligence from breaching the facility and wreaking havoc on the outside world. Love these computer movies. Little thriller action. You guys have seen this one, let me know what you thought of it. And any of these. Go ahead and comment down below. So that's it for this time around, guys. I promise. I promise. You see, I'm crossing my fingers, right? Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoy these videos, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I do appreciate your subscription and support. I really do. So that's it for this week, for today anyway. I got a couple other surprises coming up later on the week. Let's see, this is Monday. Hopefully Wednesday or Thursday I'll put up another video with a movie haul that I just finished getting back in the mail. So yeah, that's it now, you guys, from North Las Vegas. You guys keep smiling, keep having fun, keep a positive attitude. We will get through this crazy time that is 2020 extended. Anyway, hey, I'm being humorous, or trying to, but I'm trying to stay sane and stay healthy. So I hope you're doing the same. Until next time, keep smiling. Peace.